Hello friends, we have so far talked about forming an impression, Albert Mehrabian's communication model and the tone of voice example in the part 1 of the topic in my earlier video. As I had shared, 55% of your communication depends on not what you say but what you do, and this is called body language. The science of body language informs us that there can be around 7.5 lakhs signals or 750,000 body signals, out of which 15,000 are expressed only by your facial expressions. So, whenever you're in a discussion with someone, don't you read their facial expressions and body language? In the same manner, if there is incongruency between what you are saying and what your body language speaks, the person or the people facing you will be able to make it out. You need to be cautious. This is one of the things which impacts the trust between two people. The confidence that your manager has on you or the interviewer giving you the offer for your job. Being wary of this is of utmost importance. As mentioned at the start, in the part 1 of this topic, forming an impression is something which gets impacted by your body language. You have always heard first impression is the last impression. I would also add another part to it. It is also the most lasting impression. Once you form your mental image in the other person's mind, whatever you communicate, that is viewed through those lenses by the other person. A few tips to create a positive first impression would be, first one, attitude. So before you greet a client, an interviewer, your team members, seniors or others, think about the situation and carry the type of attitude that you want to showcase. If you are to have a difficult conversation with one of your team members, your attitude will differ from when you are meeting a new client for sales closure. Second, smile. Smile is a curve that sets everything straight. Use it often as a tool to win others, your clients, your prospective customers, your managers and others. But be wary. Smile. Don't laugh. It can give you different results if you laugh when confronting an infuriated customer. Eye contact. When you are speaking with someone, look into their eyes. This communicates interest and openness, and it helps in building trust. If you are in a customer service role, just by making an eye contact with the new customer and pressing your eyes a little while interacting with the existing customer, you acknowledge and welcome them. And you do this without saying a single word. Next, body posture is leaning in. When you are to show your interest during communication, you must lean in slightly towards the person you are addressing. This shows your interest and engagement. Though you should also ensure that when you do so, you are not invading the personal space of that person. A couple of other gestures which you can use are pointing of fingers. This is a body movement where you point your fingers to others. This gesture can be often seen during the team meetings, negotiation discussions, and even some interview sessions in order to emphasize or to show dominance. However, this gesture also shows that you are losing control over the situation. It often reminds of a parent scolding children. So try to avoid this. Hand and arm movement. When you want to project your enthusiasm, your drive, your hand and arm gestures help you in doing so. So add some animation in your hand movement which reflects your enthusiasm and your drive towards the topic of discussion. Syncing your nonverbals with your verbal communication is a mandatory requirement. To develop trust and to establish your credibility, you must have both incongruence with each other. Whenever your body language is incongruent to the words, for example, no eye contact, maybe you are just looking here and there, playing with a pen when talking about the organization's solid future, or folding arms across the chest while declaring, "Oh, I am very open." Remember, your message gets lost. The renowned management consultant Peter Drucker had once said, "The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said." As a people development coach, I am impressed by the impact that body language has on the leadership results. A good body language helps you in motivating your direct reports, presenting ideas with added credibility, bonding with the audience, and authentically projecting your personal brand. That is a powerful set of skills for any leader to develop. Though, a word of caution. Body language is formed by a combination of facial expressions, hand gestures, and of course, the environment. Trying to read only one of them in isolation, that might prove to be detrimental. For example, if a person has their hands crossed in front of their chest, it might be a closed posture that the person is having, or it might even be due to the low temperature in the room. The person is feeling cold. So having an in-depth understanding about the complete body language, that is something very important. Next, let us talk about the 7%. So when you are using words in communication, the choice of words that you make, that is important. And the choice of these words is based on your vocabulary. Developing your vocabulary helps you in finding the precise word which conveys your message across to the others. A simple way to do this is to find 5 new words every day. Write them in a notebook along with their dictionary meaning. Next day, make use of these words at least 5 times in different sentences. This will add these words in your vocabulary. Other than all the things that we discussed, there is another skill, which is listening. It can also be termed as a forgotten skill. Since the time we are born, we have always been taught to speak. How many of you have undergone a training in listening? Of course, some organizations are conducting sessions around developing this forgotten skill. But if we take listening skill as a percentage of the complete communication, believe me, it will be around 50%. Thank you for watching this video. Be safe and stay healthy. Till the next video, Namaste.